Good morning, good morning, good morning. And you know what day it is? Yeah, you know what day it is. We'll get there soon enough. Uh, yeah, not a whole lot going on from what I see. I did see a Mexico quake here, so we're gonna start right up. Let me see. Dun, 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 dun. Yep. Yeah, 5.3 Laredo, Mexico. And that just happens to be just south of Hermosillo, Navajo, and Ciudad Abregon. Yeah. Gallemas. Las Monches. Yeah. It's in the middle of the Gulf, and expected to see this one. Watch what happens up in the north, okay? And let me show you where exactly that is, so that you're not shocked by it. Let's go ahead and check it out. Right there. Here's Baja right here. Yep. And that little rabbit hole we had yesterday, we talked about Baja. We talked about the EPR rolling up here and becoming the Imperial Fault up here, and then the San Andreas and the San Andreas Fault Zone area, which includes the three major faults out here: San Jacinto, the Elsinore, and the Rose Canyon fault that goes all the way up to Los Angeles from off of TJ. So those are the three major faults up in here that are northwest to southeast. And yes, there are other faults. The other faults are crossing it. You have, let me show you here. Dun, 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 dun. If they'll let me. Yeah, there's a major fault that comes right through from Rancho Cucamonga, the Sierra Madre fault. Yeah, it follows all the way up here, and we have the Oakview and Miners fault, and this one's right in here. Come on, baby. Yeah, this Simi Santa Rosa fault. The Santa Rosa or Simi Valley fault. Major fault. The Raymond fault's really major as well, goes right into Los Angeles. Santa Monica fault goes right off the coast. Malibu coast fault, and then right up in here, Santa Cruz Island fault, right through it. And off the coast, we do have the San Diego Trough fault zone, and way out there, we have the San Clemente fault zone. But right here, with a Newport Inglewood Rose Canyon fault, that's the one I was telling you about. It had some major fault. All these faults in Southern California are they're all in play. You know, the San Gabriel fault, it goes right up here into from the Sierra Madre, right? It goes all the way from Rancho Cucamonga all the way up there. These are major faults that go on, all part of the San Andreas fault zone. All of these, you get banging and crunching and squeaking and sliding, and it creates a lot of breaks. So those things are all important. Now, there are faults out in the desert. We talked about the Johnson Valley fault and the Linwood Lockhart fault, the Garlock fault, which is up through here, the Hellendale South Lockhart fault, right, and then Homestead Valley fault, and the Calico Hidalgo fault zone, and way out there, Pisgah Bullion fault zone. All of these are major faults that come off similar to the Garlock, the Pinto Mountain fault. It's a east-west fault, and just like the Garlock. And you kind of have to see how things are working here, the spin of everything and breaking. Nothing's flat. Nothing goes, just slides by. It's the crunch and a smash. Then up here we have the Death Valley, Panamint, and Owens Valley, and then we have the White Wolf through the middle. These are three also major faults that produce up to 8s. I'd say a little bit more than 8s. Now, they're only a couple hundred miles long, but they have changed the topography of the land, and I guess they'll call those are the canyons. Let me see, do they have the name of a fault down here? The Grapevine Fault, Black Mountain Fault, Town Pass Fault, Hunter Mountain Pass, Owens Valley Fault Zone, Panamint Valley Fault Zone, Black Mountain. I guess Black Mountain is the same as Death Valley then. South Death Valley Fault Zone, Noble Hill section. Yeah, the north one. North Death Valley Fault Zone. All of these are major faults. Now, they are active all the time, but we don't really see them. But if I put it on the scale of everything, you'll see that Ridgecrest is a little bit busy today. Yeah, unnamed fault zone that goes right up to the Coso Range. Coso Range is a bunch of volcanic cinder cones, and there's a bunch of cinder cones from Coso Range all the way down to San Diego. Yeah, wonder why that is. Weakness in a plate, magma comes to the surface and turns into lava and creates the mountains, or creates a mess out there. Yeah, very wild. Some of it is just above sea level, and some of it rises up, up to the upper desert of the Mojave. Yeah, I live on the other side of the Mojave. This is on the other side of the Mojave. On my side, I have the severe Torwaga fault zone, and the Hurricane fault zone, and the Washington fault zone, and Grand Wash fault zone, and then when you get into the Henderson, it's Overton Arm faults, and all of this kind of is related to everything down here, because they go northwest to southeast, kind of odd. And you have Red Canyon up here in Utah, Beaver Basin. We talked about Wawa Springs right up here, Wawa Mountain right here, the Escalante Desert. And why was this volcanic explosion one of the top explosions in the entire history of the planet? And it happened to merely 30 million years ago. Yeah, just 30 million years ago, that thing exploded. And Yellowstone has nothing on the explosion that's predicted out of this right here. So we're like, well, what caused that? Why is that volcano there? And the basin and range that goes all the way across, we talked about the internal waterway that went through the central part of the United States. And we talked about how those things the rifts that go across the United States, the Rio Grande Rift, the Wabash, I think it is. Yeah, the Wasatch. No, Wabash is over here. Wasatch is over there. The Walker Lane, the Texas liniment that we talk about all the time, and San Andreas, and then the Juan de Fuca break. And we talked recently about how we think maybe the Juan de Fuca is not really its own separate plate, but it became its own separate plate after it being subducted underneath North America and breaking the Pacific edge, where it was a weak part of the plate and it just broke, and then it subducted up there. And then we talked about east and westward subduction as North America moved the last 200 million years moving. It went north, and then now it's moving south, southwest. parts of it, and it may be just all moving west on some parts, and then some parts are diving due south. Wild. It's like a drain right down in here into Los Angeles. Yeah, find a weird stuff going on. And we talked about that yesterday. And tonight's rabbit hole, we're going to talk a little bit more about that subject matter. So look forward to watching the rabbit hole or being part of it. You can be a part of it here at twitch.tv/Joe Slick Live, or you can find us over there on YouTube at Joe Slick Live, Facebook on J Slick Live, and Locals. That is, if Locals lets me post again. It's full over there because we do have rabbit holes over there. That's Locals, Locals.Joe Slick Live, and I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, we're on Rumble too, but we haven't posted anything there, but we will be. So look forward to those things, and signing up for those notifications and when things happen. We try to stay pretty consistent, but as you know, life is messy, and you just never really know. Now do you? Huh? Punk? Nah, I'm just kidding. Here, I need to probably put something in the background here. That would be put a little media source in there. This one will probably do good. And I'll just put that here and then put that all the way down there, just to give us a little background. Yeah, there we go. Excuse me here, hold on. Yeah, coughing in the morning. I don't know why, man. Yeah, we'll talk a lot about the stuff tonight. I look forward to the rabbit holes. They're so much fun for me. We did a 2.5 hour rabbit hole last night or yesterday. Most of you missed it because you're not here all the time. Sorry. And guess what? It wasn't recorded. No. You missed out. All right, so let's get started here. All right, solar wind right now is 333 kilometers a second. The density, proton density that is about 1.25 per cubic meter. That means not a whole lot. We have had an M1 flare here, in the last 24 hours. Let's go ahead and check that out, see if we can see it here. Yep. There it happened. Just like yesterday, we had an M flare and we came on like a little short time thereafter. So this one had about 7:30 UT, and here we are at 1300 UT. So that thing hit Europe, I bet you. Europe, maybe Indonesia. Yeah. Let's check out where it hit, man. Right? Yeah. First, let's see. There's no significant corona holes. You can see on the plate on the disc here to really give us any new wind. Been really strange that there's no corona holes, tons and tons of sunspots that are kicking us out there, but no corona holes. Kind of wild. And then here we go. Here's the sun here on LASCO 3 here. We'll watch this. There's a little going out. Oh, there's a big one there. Just happened too. Let's see. Where did that happen? What time did that happen? And here, I can just do it this way. All right. Boom, right there. About 8 something. Maybe a little before 8. Because, this is, we wouldn't open at LASCO 2. You'd see it a little sooner, maybe. There's a little banger. There's a little prequel. Here we come up. Oh, see that? Whoa. Something hit the satellite. Whoa. Yeah, some radiation. That was, somewhere a little after 6. Yeah. That tells me something that, there you go. That's probably what it was. It lifted off from the sun, at 7:30, but I think the damn thing hit right then. Oh yeah, that was the M1, I bet you. And it looks like it wasn't necessarily Earth directed, but maybe in the southern BZ And hold on a second. Here we go. Southern BZ and let's see. Yeah, let's check that out. Where was it? Let's go ahead and check out where the BZ was at 6 something. Oh, looky here. Definitely the lower in the BZ. It's not a very big deal, but yeah, it's definitely stayed in a BZ, in a lower southern BZ, because that's what we look for. And right now it's up in the northern BZ, so it's positive 2 versus it was negative 3. So, you know, a whole change of 5 degrees. And 843 UT, yeah, I bet you it zapped the southern hemisphere. Oh, just south of, well, it's in the winter in the south right now, so yeah. Let's find out where the hell that thing hit, all right? Yeah, let's check it out, man. Let's go ahead. No radiation, and KP index is well under 1 or 2, so we're all right there. Flare absorption, let's check it out, baby. Remember, it happened sometime between 6 and 8. There's 6 o'clock UT right there. Looks like, oh, maybe in Middle East got zapped. Boom! Yep. Little punch right there in the Karachi. Right in the Karachi! Hey, Kansas, how you doing, buddy? Yeah. Yeah, it got hit right in the Karachi. Well, you keep getting zapparini'd over Africa. Boom. There's another one. Wow. Here we are, our common time right now. So it looks like it was right about there. There's your M1. And just the center of it, right there's your M1. So yeah, it hit Karachi, and Karachi's like right there. You know, hit in the Karachi. So, boom, baby. Yeah. All right, so we'll be watching this area. Good morning, Dub. Good morning. Yeah. So there you have it. For those who will miss it, you know, let's go ahead. Because I am a little bit early today. There's your Karachi hit. All right, so green ghost in the J-matic storm. This picture has been the first of its kind on June 27th. Photographer Tom Warner in South Dakota caught a bunch of green ghosts in a J-matic storm. Check it out. The green ghosts are way at the top, man. Yeah, right up there. And these are sprites. On top of the sprites shoot straight up out to space. And then the green ghosts are at the top. Then you see the aurora, right? Yeah. It's a little storm here, and poof. Far out, eh? Yeah, I think it's pretty bitchin'. Yeah. He says the guy says, I'm from western South Dakota. As I moved east near sunset yesterday, I did not expect to have an aurora show up in the background. A huge bucket list of items for me. The sprite even had a green ghost, which is a lingering green emissions at the top of the sprite from oxygen, and same as a green aurora. Yeah, the reason there are different colors, you know, oxygen is green. Yeah, it burns green. That's weird, huh? Normally you'd think it burned blue, right? No, it burns green. I think it's bitching. Yeah, well, I'm kind of weird, I guess, that way. There's a ton of sunspots. They're relatively all stable, except for, I think this is the guy that kicked off, or this one here. It's in the southern section. Here's the equatorial region, so one of these guys kicked off. And it's quiet. Oh, we got a new one coming around the corner. GB coming around the corner. And there's the sprites. Yeah. Green ghost discovered May 19th on Hank Shima, a Houston, Texas-based storm chaser. Initially, researchers thought it might be form of green air glow activated by sprites when they touched in the layer of oxygen 80 to 90 kilometers above Earth. And ghosts are an acronym for green emissions from excited oxygen in the sprite tops. Yeah. New research casts doubt on that explanation. A paper recently, here, let me see if I can get that paper for you. There you go, I got it. Yeah. You want to look that up? Right there, there you go. Mesospheric green emissions from excited oxygen in sprite tops, ghosts, are infrequent and faint greenish transient luminous events. How do you say that? And remain for hundreds of milliseconds on top of certain energetic sprites. The main hypothesis to explain the glow persisted is a long lifetime excited atomic oxygen at 557.73 nanometers, a well-known emission line of aurora and air glow. However, due to the lack of spectroscopic campaigns to analyze such events to date, the species involved in the process cannot yet be identified. Here we report observational results showing the temporal evolution of ghost spectrum between 500 nanometers and 600. Besides weak but certain traces of excited atomic oxygen, all results show four main contributors related to the slow decay of the air glow. Atomic iron, nickel. See, I was going to think the red was iron, yeah. Molecular nitrogen and ionic molecular oxygen. Additionally, we are able to identify traces of atomic sodium and ionic silicon. These observations being consistent with previous direct measurements of density profiles of meteoric metals in the mesosphere and low thermosphere. This finding calls for an upgrade of current air plasma kinetic understanding under the influence of transient luminous events. Whoa, there you go. That's the spectroscopy of mesospheric ghost reveals iron emissions. Yeah, cool. Right on. So why didn't the Twin Towers burn green? If it was. Well, that's because then they were taken down. Yeah, you can see the collapse all the way down. Yeah, just like they were blown up. And I don't know how they were blown up. I don't know how the gas got down there and blew it up several layers. Seen the videos. And do the videos lie? Well, inquiring minds want to know. Not really. Just pay the people, man. And yeah, Saudi Arabia did it. KP index is 2. There's no significant coronal holes. Geometric storm probability in the mid latitudes 20%, in the upper is 15. It's 35. My belly's growing. Sorry about that. 35% chance for an M flare, 5% for an X, and yet we still had an M. It was a low M, but it was an M. Let's see if there's any near-Earth asteroids, maybe some FAWs. It's a potentially hazardous asteroid. And let's see, it's today is the 3rd of, yeah. Are you on your vacation already, or today you go on vacation? Well, today is July 3rd. Yeah. If you're in the military, look alive, baby. You know, look alive, because there are assholes out there that want to ruin your day. And I don't know. I better not do my trash now. Oh my gosh. Hold, please. Back to it. All right. Check that one out. Yeah, so it didn't affect the doohickey here. Anyway, July 3rd. There's nothing today. Saw an interesting report yesterday, and maybe tonight we'll talk a little bit more about that stuff too. So, I don't think I recorded all that intro today. Maybe I did. But anyway, let's get back to it. I'm on the clock. I got to leave in about 15, so let's get to it. Tremors have been really busy. Let's see what they say. Yep, 304. Looky. Now they're coming back down into Shasta area. Still over 300 tremors. And right there on the Blanco fracture zone. At the top of where North America hits the Texas liniment. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about that tonight. About the liniments. Yeah. Anyway. And the buoys. Any drunk Chinamen out there? Yeah, I don't see any. No. And it's funny, since I started calling them out, they don't do it no more. That, and they're planning an invasion of Taiwan. Maybe an invasion of the United States too. Yeah, they're already invading us from Mexico. Yeah, cocksuckers. You know. You think it's all the Orient. I mean, it's the Orient, it is the Orient. But you think it would be the Mexicans come across the southern border? Nah. No, there's Africans, there's Indonesians, there's Puerto Ricans, and from every country coming across that southern border, because they're looking for a better life. And some of them are looking to screw us. And some countries are saying, look, we'll keep you in jail or you go north. Yeah. President said that. And he's got the inside knowledge. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Well, yeah. Okay, so let's look real quick into the hurricane notice. Right there is a chance, 50% chance for a cyclone starting up right off of central Mexico there. Guadalajara, and down here is Acapulco. Guadalajara is right up in here. So Mexico City's right there. So yeah, off the coast. A little disorganized, it says. Could develop. There's a chance. 50% chance. What about the Atlantic? What about Beryl? Beryl right now, 145 mile an hour winds. Cat 5? Yeah, let's see. Devastating hurricane force winds, life-threatening storm surge, and damaging waves are expected in portions of Jamaica beginning this afternoon and in the Cayman Islands early on Thursday. Residents in the area should listen to local officials and get the out of there. Life-threatening flash flooding and mudslides, heavy rainfall expected over much of Jamaica, southern Haiti, and throughout today. Beryl is forecast to remain a hurricane when it approaches the Yucatan and Belize late Thursday, where hurricane and tropical storm watches have been issued. There remains uncertainty as to its track and its intensity, but Beryl over the western Gulf of Mexico this weekend. Interest in western Gulf of Mexico should monitor the progress of Beryl. Yeah. So they're saying it's going to come like that. There's been 3 or 4 already, but not like Beryl. Beryl's he's a big bitty. Let's go ahead and check out what it looks like on satellite, eh? All right. Global sectors. Let's go ahead and look at right there. You can see Beryl right down. Wait, no, that's Beryl right there. And let's go to the dirty. You can see Beryl right there. Put it in play right there. And there it is. Another one trying to form behind it. Yeah, very, 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 very dangerous. Kind of going on a north track. I don't know if it's going to hit the Yucatan, but they're predicting it will. Probably because of this push right here of weather. to push it east. You can see this formation here. They've been forming real pretty big right there in that side of the Gulf. And let's see. This stuff out here looks like they might form into something. Yeah. Monsoonal moisture all the way through New Mexico into Texas, into Kansas, moseying through Missouri and Illinois and Ohio and Iowa and Indiana. Yeah, into the Great Lakes. So that's where that stuff's going. But all this is just blowing up. Yeah, this thing falling behind there, man, it might develop into something, but they're not saying anything, are they? No. I'm not seeing it. I said I'm not seeing it. And I didn't bother to look, tell you the truth. Yeah, there it is. 10% chance, right? It's hitting the Leeward Islands now, but this one right here. There's Jamaica. Gonna plow it, man. Right, eating it up. Yeah, it's going to eat it. Eat it for lunch. I don't know, man. You get into higher elevations and you got to worry about landslides, and you're going to catch the wind. But if you're in lower elevations, you're going to catch all the water and the sea. Where do you go? You don't want to be on the edge of a cliff. Maybe on the back side of a mountain. Yeah, because the front side's going to get walloped. I don't know, man. You don't have much of a view when you're on the backside. Yeah, the backside of the moon. Anyway, let's go right into volcano news. All right, in the news today, according to Volcano Discovery, Simiru, Ibu, Dukono, Sakurajima, Luotobi, Nevada del Ruiz, and Sabancaya. Sabancaya, which is down in the armpit of South America, Peru. 23,000 elevation levels. So, danger levels from, call it 5,000, 19 to 23, maybe 3,400. Fuego, they couldn't tell. Simiru in Indonesia, and that's Java, and right next to it is, Java, 15,000 feet, so it's a 12,003. Do the math at 2,500. Ibu, Dakota, man. Ibu's popping again. 14,000 feet. That's a 10,000 foot explosion, right? Kabam! 10,000 feet. That's it. I mean, you'll feel it when that thing goes boom. You're like a couple miles away. You're gonna feel it in your chest. It's like. And you better not breathe that crap. No. What do you think killed the dinosaurs? It wasn't the fire. That's right. They had glass in their lungs and they all suffocated and died. Yeah, from the ash. Some died from the tsunamis, some died from the fires. But the ash from the impacts. Was it one impact or was it three? Well, that's pretty fair ask. Also, Younger Dryas. There's proof that 12,900 years ago, another either set of impacts or an impact happened, and it killed most of all the animals on North America, South America, Europe, and Asia, but not Africa. Called megafauna, that's animals above 100 pounds. Something hit, and it made an ice age, and then it warmed up, and then it cooled back down. Called the Younger Dryas, 12,900 years ago. May have ended the last ice age, so it's very, very, very interesting. Old Snarly, old Snarly, you still got to check, you got to look in the mirror on your own there, buddy. Look behind to find it, and because it's behind you. Sabancaya, emissions to 20,000 feet. yeah, again, it's just not really doing it. Little Toby, 7,000, and it's there. That's probably I don't know, what is it? 55. I was going to say 58. 5,800 feet. 5,500 feet going to 7. So, 1,500 foot popper. Sakurajima, though. Sakurajima been quite busy down there at the bottom of Japan, right? And it popped 10,000 feet yesterday. And normally it pops to 8, but it went to 10 yesterday several times. So, and it's been quiet lately. So there's some pressure on the southern part of Japan. A couple of big earthquakes out there in the water, and a couple of 5s. So we're seeing that. Dakono, like Ibu, Dakono's up 3,800 feet, going to 9,000. So almost 2 miles high on Ibu Dakono, right there on Hanamarahara. This island is rocking and rolling, man. It's like boom, 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 and you just think, you're out there in your little farm and trying to survive, and these two mountains that if you're in the middle, you can see them. One exploding over there, and if you didn't know about the rest of the world and you were just kind of out there as a headhunter, you made a head shrinker. I don't know what the hell they did up there on that Hanamarahara. Maybe they have the harems there. I don't know. But you just imagine these things popping off. It's not a very wide island. So there's you fly over it, it's like, damn, that thing's on fire. Hanamarahara doing his thing. Well, and here we go. Simiru, same thing. Just about 2,500 foot. That's it for the volcanoes. Earthquakes, looking at the EMSC. All right, before I have to leave here. North Island, New Zealand's got a couple little, or 3.0. Papua's got a 3.9. The Philippines, still 3.3s. Greece is still banging. France has got a little banger, but you know where that is. It's in the Alps. Baja, Mexico, another 2.3. The Azores are saying hello in Portugal. France again. There's a lot of activity moving through Europe there. Fiji has a 567 4.3. So looking up to a 5.3, but more than likely to be at a 4.7 within 1,000 miles of Fiji. And shallow. Not seeing a whole lot. France again, a 2.4. Central Turkey saying hello. Somalis, all Somalis. Azores and Portugal again. Santa Cruz Islands up there, the edge of Vanuatu, coming around towards it's 4.8. And it's shallow, 4.8. There it is. There's the 1,000 miles away from Fiji. But it was already happened. South Mid-Atlantic Ridge, 5.2. Bang a bang bang, 6 hours ago. And Fiji again. South of Fiji Islands, though. 534 at 4.4. That's 6 hours ago. I'm looking for a 5.4, but more than likely a 4.8 happened in the shallow within 1,000 miles of Fiji. It may have happened. I don't remember. Chiapas having a 4. Honshu, Japan, popping with a 4. Honshu, Japan, that's just Tokyo area, right, near the coast. And 7 hours out. No, I'm not seeing a whole lot of other stuff. 4.1 in Tarapaca, Chile. That's central Chile there. Iceland, couple of bangers in Iceland, huh? 2.9, 10 hours ago. Yeah, the prediction is by the end of summer, there'll be more eruptions in Iceland. That's the prediction. Kashmir, there's the 4.7 Kashmir 11 hours ago. So was it Kashmir that called that flare? The Northern Pacific Ocean. Interesting quake here 11 hours ago. We watched it last night. We're like, hey, what the heck? North Pacific Ocean. Out there. Here's the Kuril Islands. But why an earthquake there? Well, there's a trench that leads all the way over to the Emperor Seamount. Interesting. Way out here on the Mendocino Fracture Zone, the Govt Escarpment. Yeah, there was a 3.9 out there. And this one here, 2.7. Very odd for this one and this one. What's going on? You tell me. Put it in the comments down below, or in a doohickey. And just because I see him over there, I'll do a check for him. I'll do a check just for him as we close down all these everything and say, hey, because I do have to take my daughter to work, so make sure. And let's see. Oh yeah, planet positions. There you go. There you go, big guy. Well, I want to thank you for being here, Timmy and Walleye King and Susan. Big T-shirt Billy, Croatian Dude, Canuck, Dub Diesel and the AZ and Flutter Girl, Brainstorm Morning, Snarls, Mark in Kansas, and Ramblin' Wreck and San Diego Dan Snow. Thank you for being here in the morning report. Look forward to evening. I'm going to take my girl to work.